back to the I Am Podcast. You already know who it is. You know, it's your boy, Claudio. I'm right here, right now. You feel me? And then to my left, nah, my bad. You know, to my left, you know who it is already. We got Eddie. And to my right over here, you know who it is. We got Dustin.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, so today's topic, we're just gonna basically today, we're gonna talk about what's going on around in the world, and how the world is changed, and how the world is changing, because I mean, just for what's going on right now, there's a lot going on. I mean, with the what's it called, the thing in Turkey, the earthquakes in Turkey that are going on. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
With the war that's still going on in Ukraine, and that's to some people, you know, that's crazy. What's going on in is it Syria? Is it Syria in not Syria, Palestine with Israel? That, you know, that's what's going on.
And whole couch myself.
Yeah, you got the whole couch, bro. Look at you. Yeah, so there's a lot that is going on around the world, and for some of us, like me included, we don't even feel it. You know, we're living out here and we're chilling. You know, we get to talk about this. We get to sit down. We get to, you know, eat food, get up, go to school, and have our routine. Go to work, you know, without any thought or care about, you know, what is going on around the world, because it's not happening to us.
Yeah.
And you know, and I think we forget until like a bomb drops. Could you imagine right now, like a bomb drop right here, right now? If the U.S. right now was just to be bombed, our whole life instantly changes.
Change for
Yeah.
You understand? Like, change instantly. So could you put yourself in a position, or put yourself in a place where you always read about on the news, or even you read it on your phones, and you know, technology is so big.
Yeah.
Those kids that, you know, that you see in the whole earthquake, they're pulling them out. I think you told me a story about a child who just got pulled out from the earthquake.
He was out there for like 8 or 9 days.
8 or 9 days, you know, and they pulled out, and you're watching these videos, and you see, and you're like, man, like, that child is like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Like, could you imagine how they're feeling? And could you imagine what they're going through? Their whole life has been changed. It's been like turned upside down. And like, you know, and we're living in luxury. You know, we take our lives for granted. So but the point I'm making is, yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff that are going on in the world, and yeah, we're just here to talk about it. And yeah, let's go. Yeah, the earthquake. What you think? The earthquake?
Last time I checked, over 40,000 people died.
Bro, didn't you say that's like?
Think about the size of that. Think of a town near you. This town we live in, it's like what, 18,000?
18,000.
Branson here.
What's the closest town
just think
to
about
that number? Is that,
let's
did you
just
say
say
Springfield?
there's a town. Yeah, maybe.
Is it
I don't really know
Springfield?
what Springfield's
I
population
just
is.
guess it's Springfield.
Springfield.
But let's say 40,000 people.
Bro,
That's an entire town.
That's
That
an
could be a pretty good sized town. Everyone
gone.
dead. Covered in
People
debris, rubble, buildings, bricks.
gone. Wiped out, bro.
Dead.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
That's actually, and it's people don't really comprehend how big.
That's
of a
what
deal
I'm
it is.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're gone.
Yeah, they're gone. And the thing is, like,
they're not coming back.
those are the ones that died. And that's not including the ones that got injured.
There's a lot of still unaccounted for too.
You understand? Exactly. So
40,000 is really
Bro.
like a massive number.
And not only this,
That's a
that was
large
just
number.
from the first earthquake.
they had a
Now there was
second
just
one.
a second one that happened. I don't really know a lot what
Yeah,
happened.
the
there.
second
They hit them
one.
twice?
Bro,
Yeah.
you didn't see?
I think was it
Bro.
3 days
They
ago
hit
or
it
something.
twice?
Bro, there was a dash cam video of it, and you just see, like, it's just rumbling, and the cars, there's the ambulance coming, you just see like the whole
Whole thing
earth is
shaking.
like shaking, bro. Crazy,
You ever
bro.
been in an earthquake before?
I've never
been.
No.
Mm-mm.
I felt
Earthquake
small ones
is
where like the walls shake a little bit and
For real?
like pictures in the wall shake and you think it's gonna fall off.
Yeah.
It sounds like thunder.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah,
like,
like you know, like a dumpster when
Yeah.
someone throws a bag in it, it makes that.
oh,
That
that's like that
sounds like that, but
sound
under your feet, and you feel it shoot through like a bolt of energy.
going
underneath
through. Wow.
Yeah.
Have you been to?
I've been through like a few small ones, yeah.
Yeah,
A
that's
lot of
crazy.
certified.
I was at school
Okay.
once, and I was in the classroom, and it was like clear skies, right? Nothing but blue skies, not a cloud in sight. I thought it was thunder. And all of a sudden, I feel this big thing goes underneath the ground, and all the desks and everything shake for like maybe 10, 15 seconds. And I'm looking around, like, what in the world? We all look outside, and nothing's going on. And later, we found out it was like a 3.0
It was a-
So
earthquake.
an earthquake, is it like a wave
So,
just underneath the surface?
from my understanding,
What's
and
going
correct
on?
me if I'm wrong. Oh, I'm thinking of a tsunami.
So there's these
right?
tectonic
They-
plates.
that's it. It
way
is
way under the ground.
underneath.
Like really far, maybe.
Like all the
All the way
under,
under,
we
yeah,
can
the
hear
cross,
it.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
like they're like this. They're like plates like this, right? And when
they
they
shift.
shift like that, it
It's
causes.
setting the energy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a wave.
Like a lot of
basically.
time, I think this. I mean, I don't know. You can back this up with your own facts. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's like the ground is like. Let's say there's a plate here and a plate here. It's like
And
shifting.
yeah.
It slides,
Yeah,
and
they
then
slide.
imagine that, but like a whole bunch on top of it.
Like it's sliding down and
Yeah, like
it's
imagine
pushing out energy.
imagine you took a skyscraper and you shook the bottom of it a little bit. The top is gonna go crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, it goes
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's why it's so powerful. Like it's a little movement underneath, but up above it's moved the whole earth.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
what was going on in Florida. You remember?
What happened to Florida?
In Florida, someone's calling me, Brandon. In Florida, when they had the floods.
What's going on? What
You didn't, the floods. You didn't hear what I mean.
You
This
have
was
to refresh my memory.
yeah. This
Flood?
was the flood. You didn't. Flood?
I mean,
Was it
few
a-
hurricanes went down there.
That's what I'm saying. Flood. They were flooded.
I think it was Eric and John and them.
Yeah, flooded.
Was it
Flooded.
because of the hurricane?
I think last year, right?
No. Just recently. When I say that, it was like probably a month. It was like 2
Oh,
months ago. So
really?
like, no, bro. I'm telling you, it's recent. Recently.
What
yeah.
hurricane was that?
What?
There's
Oh, hurricanes! I thought.
How do you say hurricane?
I thought you said Erickson.
no, oh my god. I said hurricane.
Oh, hurricane. Yeah, I know what
How
you
do you
mean.
say it?
Hurricane.
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 It's just how he says it.
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
It just says how he says
Hurricane.
it. Yeah.
As me, I'm hearing it. Hurricane.
How do you
Yeah.
say it?
Hurricane.
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 The way it should be said.
Hurricane.
Man, let
It's
me.
spelled
Make
that
sure
way.
you cut that off. Stop.
No.
Make sure you cut this part off. Bro, I'm serious. Come on.
on.
Hey, bro, come on.
I'm gonna get
Hurricane,
in.
guys.
We can't
It's
take
hurricane.
Hurricane.
I got it now. Hurricane.
No.
Watch this.
Let's see. Hurricane.
I'm gonna keep switching around. I'm gonna type
Or
it.
I just hurricane. There you
For
go.
real, you got it like that? Alright, let's see. Let's hear it.
Hurricane.
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 Ooh!
I told you I'm a bit different. I'm just a little bit different. That's
what
all.
it said. Hurricane.
No,
Hurricane.
they say hurricane.
Is it Hurricane?
Yep. That's
right.
That's exactly what they did.
I heard you say.
Cut this part off.
No, we're not
Bro,
cutting
if
this
you
part.
don't cut it,
Bro.
This looks funny.
Yeah,
People
you
like
tripping.
this. People like
Yeah,
this.
September. When was it?
So, cut it, bro.
Ooh. How long? It was a category November. It was like last year, but like it was
I
like
told
2
you.
months ago.
No.
3 months ago.
Maybe.
Yeah, so it was a category 4. Isn't it the biggest one like a category 5?
Isn't it?
5,
It goes up to 5.
5,
categories.
6 where it gets.
Well, let me
serious.
just Google it.
Well, you just get it, yeah. So
5,
anyway,
6 is where it gets
back to
serious,
my
guys.
what I was saying. The hurricanes are also to do with the plates. So, and that's where, like, when the plate shifts, correct me if I'm wrong, when the plate shift, and that's why, like, you see those big tsunami waves, is because of the plates underneath the top,
Underneath the sea.
underneath
Underneath
the sea, you
Yeah,
see?
So of course the wave's gonna happen.
And then boom, and then that's how it just destroys everything.
Amen. I mean,
It's scary. But
Yeah.
why do you say amen? Like
well,
that?
it's
It's not
scary.
even a prayer.
you
just say-
That boy coming out.
I'm just saying this because I think it's funny. I think
Yeah,
it's so
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Like we'll be talking and like we'll be talking about, yeah, I don't really like that on my pizza. He's like, amen.
Amen. You do say that.
because
he
you
was
don't
praying,
like it.
and he
God
was
said
praying.
amen. You
He
feel
was
me?
praying over there.
I'm always praying,
I never
guys.
knew.
I always keep Jesus in my mind. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. So,
Uh-huh.
but yeah. So the hurricane in Florida, like that's close to home. So, imagine, like, and that's the thing. I don't know if I could live in somewhere like.
Next to the ocean that way.
Yeah, or not even the ocean. Even when you go, even in San Francisco, like in California,
The earthquakes are bad
when they
there,
have
too.
earthquakes, when they
Yeah.
have like where they have tornadoes and stuff. Like
We have tornadoes here.
yeah, but we haven't had one in what?
But I mean, if you look on the map, the danger zone for tornadoes, like we're in the middle of it.
Right.
Yeah,
But,
Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, all those areas.
Right.
Especially Oklahoma, bro. They bad.
They
Oklahoma
have tornadoes
just
bro.
tornado every
and they
single
bro
time.
and tornadoes just destroys everything, bro. Everything.
Them boys they going through it.
Yeah, so, and the
No
thing
doubt.
is, like, imagine losing everything, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, like, everything, your whole house is gone.
Like,
Everything that you bought, everything passed down to you, you had in your house, everything that you own from family, generations, or whatever, you had in your house, it's all wiped, gone.
it's gone.
Is it gone though?
It's gone.
Yeah. it
Like,
is.
anything, your job,
Yeah, I
your
know.
bank, your favorite store down the road, gone.
Gone.
The whole town.
Gone. And
On
how
the
like
road sometimes.
how do you recover from that? The one in New Orleans, people are still recovering till this day. Till this day.
That's
Natural
That's
disasters
actually
are scary.
yeah. And then
No one's in
you
control.
have nothing or nowhere how to really help.
Yeah. You're helpless.
How do you
Like,
help?
yeah,
How do you help? How do you help somebody?
How do you help?
You just be like, you know what? That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
If it comes, it comes. You know.
Mhm.
And
That's
they-
the power
and you can't
of
predict
nature.
them.
Yeah.
I mean, hurricanes, you kind of get a little bit like a week
Yeah.
or 2 weeks or something.
I mean, you
can
get
see 'em out there.
warning.
You can see them.
Yeah.
But like earthquakes,
Mhm.
nobody knows. There could be
Yeah,
an
that's
earthquake
true.
right now. We wouldn't
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, cause like
You know.
even with tornadoes and stuff, like when we have tornado warnings and like especially in those
It's
areas
still
that
scary.
yeah, those areas that are severe, like people get warnings to say, hey, there's a tornado passing, you probably should move, and and we're relocating people, and people are like, nah, I don't want to move, I want to stay.
But sometimes, like, remember Joplin, Missouri in 2011? They had a huge
They
F5 tornado.
did.
I think that
Yeah,
tornado-
bro.
You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think that tornado formed in under 3 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. From the moment the clouds came in and the tornado formed and it spread like over a mile wide. In 3 minutes, there's no way you could prepare in 3 minutes.
Bro.
Yeah, that's kind of impossible.
Bro,
That is-
imagine looking out the window, tornado coming. What you
3 minutes?
what you
In 3 minutes
doing?
from now, the whole town's gone.
What you doing?
That's scary.
I am going to the bathroom.
For real? I'm
That
getting.
bathroom's gonna be gone.
Oh, you gonna lock yourself in the bathroom?
I don't know if it's a myth or I don't know what's really going
No,
on.
it is the safest room.
But I heard
What
the
you?
bathroom, when it goes down, you go down there and you light yourself up.
Unless you have a basement.
Unless you got a basement, but bathroom they say is the safest
The
place.
center room of your house.
Yeah. It's actually true. I
The
don't know.
bathroom.
Yeah,
For real?
Because
Yeah.
there's pipes and stuff.
yeah.
It's
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 the
usually the strongest room of the house.
yeah.
Bro, I ain't going to no bathroom, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just
Ever since I was in high school,
that's
that's
the-
why they told us, you know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you go to the bathroom and you go hide when the tornado comes. True story.
a lot of times people do survive tornadoes because they're in the bathroom.
Bathroom, yeah.
So like
It's
it'll
crazy.
destroy everything in the bathroom.
But there are people like who've taken a mattress off their bed. They've got in the bathtub and put their family
Oh
in there.
yeah,
and hold the mattress on top,
that I've heard
and
before.
they live.
Yeah,
They live.
that's
Because
crazy.
not only are things being sucked, but also things are gonna land on you.
There you
That's
go.
true. That is
Crush
true.
you. So I mean, you gotta.
You gotta
really
do what
be
you gotta do.
strategic.
But yeah,
Yeah. In that position, so you go lock yourself in the bathroom.
yeah,
I'm gonna get in my car and leave.
That's even more
I'm
than.
gonna go somewhere
But I-
else. Where's no storm.
Where you gonna go?
I don't know. I'm gonna. I think I can outrun.
Bro,
They say.
That boy
gonna hit your car.
No, listen. Listen.
You
think
won't
about
have
it.
a control.
They say if you see a tornado and it's not moving, that means it's headed right for you. So as long as it's moving, I'm okay. I gotta get out of the way.
You gotta get out of the way. That's
You know what I
fair.
mean?
That's fair
I get
enough.
in, go down the road, come through here, I come back,
Fair
it goes
enough.
over there. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
that's fair.
Where
Hop,
did
hop,
Toledo
hop.
come? Where do you go?
Me, man, I ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Bro, I'm just getting on my knees.
And start praying.
Bro,
There you go.
fast.
That was my other option.
No, that's my
That boy-
number one
That boy out of
option.
here, guys.
Bro, I ain't out of here. I'm calling on the one name that can stop that tornado. And that name is Jesus Christ. I'm saying, in the name of Jesus, this tornado, move out of my way. And no, you will see. I am telling you right now. So I'll look right. I'll get on my knees. I'll literally get on my knees and I'll look at it and go, in the name of Jesus, this tornado will not touch me. And I will stay there. And I will stay there. And I will stay. That's right, Eddie.
You think it's funny?
You're laughing. You think it's funny. I'm serious, bro.
I got a story.
Do you
Go
know
ahead.
how many? God,
Go ahead. Go
I think
ahead.
it's funny, but
Go ahead.
in the Joplin tornado, this is the one I've heard a lot about. There was a lady. I think she may have lived by herself or with
She
someone
did.
else. She was an older woman, and of course she had the faith, right?
Mhm.
So the entire town was destroyed. You guys know, like flattened.
Yeah, it was.
Like
It
nothing
really was.
left in
I
the
heard.
stand.
I heard
Not
stories
even
like
trees.
it was crazy.
Everything was gone. In this particular part of town, everything was destroyed. But this lady, she got in her closet. She closed the door and she prayed. She prayed. She prayed for protection. Her entire house got destroyed. Besides that one
That
little closet.
that one
she
closet. That's
survived.
crazy.
Okay, so how many people died in that town?
I don't know the number, but I'm sure a lot of people
A
did,
lot of people.
and it's
Yeah.
sad.
So like.
But because she prayed, I'm not saying everyone who prayed survived, but I'm saying it
that was
definitely
my
does.
point.
No,
Like,
go on. What was your point? Go on. Go on. What was your
My
point?
is,
What's your point?
so, everybody did pray, but her sister said she prayed she's the only one who survived.
You know why?
Everybody who did
Yeah, I
did not
understand.
pray.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because she believed when during. No, listen. I can say that.
What's up?
Listen to me, okay? Everybody, listen. I'll tell you why she was the only one. When you were in a critical position, right? When everything goes south, right? What's your first instinct? It's either to fight or run. If
Okay.
you can't fight, you want to run,
Okay.
right? Her first instinct was to call on the Lord.
Pray.
She would to pray,
Uh-huh.
right? That's faith right there. She knew that in her position she couldn't get out of it at all. In her own strength, she couldn't get out of it. So she was like, okay, this is where my faith comes in right here. I will trust in the Lord that He will get me out of this situation. So she went in the closet. She went, locked it, because that was her first instinct. Most people's first instinct is not to pray.
You don't
freak
even
out.
know
Yeah.
if it was her first instinct, bro.
I
You
know.
just heard the story.
No.
This is why, guys,
I'll
we
tell-
gotta
go
be
ahead.
careful.
Go ahead,
you know?
go ahead, go
We
ahead.
have
Listen,
to be
listen.
very, very
Go ahead.
careful when we talk about that.
Mm.
Because we didn't know what happened, what she did, what was her first instinct. Okay, she survived, she probably was the lucky one. You can't say that because she prayed, she survived. So, I mean, whoever died that day don't believe in God like her.
I never
No,
said
guys,
that.
listen.
That's not what I said.
Okay, but you can't portray it like you knew exactly play by play, like, oh, our first ex is already knew. You don't know that, Claudio.
I'll tell you why I know that, okay? And I'll explain it then to you. Because
Dangerous.
people's
Right.
first instinct, I've just explained it, people's first instinct is to what? Is to either in a critical situation is to what?
They freak out.
Freak out, right?
They
To
flip out.
panic, right?
How do you know she didn't freak out? How do you know?
I'm sure she did.
that-
I'm sure she
Listen,
got...
listen,
Go ahead, go ahead.
How do you know when it came?
Mhm.
She realized I don't have time to run, but her first instinct was to run, or I don't have time to call whoever or run or hide. Just like she did, she went in a closet, hide, and then after that, she went.
But
Pray.
based...
I'm
Okay,
saying-
now...
Listen, guys.
Now can I rebuttal what you just said?
Go ahead.
Okay. Because the faith, it's the faith that she had. That's how I know she survived, because her first instinct, she might have been, I'm not saying she wasn't afraid or she wasn't nervous. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying she believed that she could survive that. I definitely know that, because if you put your faith in God, that's what happens, because you are trusting in something that is bigger than you, right? So that's outside of yourself. So that tells me, when I hear that story, that she was like, I know I can't get out of this situation. Yeah, she might have been like, yeah, I probably can try and run, right? I could probably try and escape. But she probably already analyzed all that and realized, you know what? There is no getting out of this. The only other option is if I believe that Jesus is going to get me out of this situation.
Okay.
But listen,
That's how faith works,
What-
bro.
Alright,
what are the odds that her whole house gets destroyed except that closet?
Okay.
I don't think that would have happened unless she prayed because of God.
Okay.
Like,
I'm
I
telling
really
you right
do
now.
believe because of God that part of the building that she was in and was praying for protection for wasn't destroyed because she prayed.
So.
Now, you're trying to compare her situation to everyone. It's just not how you can view it.
Ooh, my boy's on to stop this.
Listen, you have to look at her situation,
Okay.
right? You can say, oh, well, my friend, I know this guy.
Yeah.
Well, let's just talk about one situation, right?
Yeah.
She did freak out, but she had everything she needed. She had the faith, and she had the action.
Okay.
She knew to take shelter.
Okay.
She went in the closet.
Uh-huh.
She shut the door,
Uh-huh.
and then she let God do the rest.
Okay.
She prayed and asked God. She already did the action, because faith without works is dead. So she had the
Preach, my
faith,
boy.
she prayed, and she worked, as in taking cover. She had everything she needed, and so that's why she was saved, and she didn't get hurt.
And that's what the Bible says.
She had everything she needed. Now, not everybody does that, and what we're saying is a lot of people. Listen,
Just listen. You're laughing. Hey, he's mocking Jesus. Let him mock Jesus. Because when the day comes, Jesus gonna prove to him. He mocking him. He been mocking him all this time. That's okay.
But all I'm
Ty.
saying,
Hey guys,
listen.
wait.
Go ahead.
Nah, okay. Let's not get too crazy. I'm not mocking anybody. It's just funny to me.
That's
I'm
mocking. Laughing is mocking.
No. I'm not mocking at you. If you think I am, trust me, I'm not. He's saying
you're not mocking me.
There you go.
You're not.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not
You're
mocking.
mocking Jesus.
Yeah.
Alright.
Go ahead. Continue.
Wait, you said I'm mocking who?
Jesus.
I am fine with that. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. That's fine. Let
Yeah,
it.
just
Let it.
talk.
Just continue, bro. Continue, bro.
You can't say what you're saying. Like, her situation, it happened for a reason. Now, not everybody, like you say, like, when people have emergency situations, right, they flip out. And most people say, yeah, I have faith in God and I pray. And maybe they do, but when it comes to an emergency situation, life or death, most people don't have the true faith to actually get on their knees and pray for God. Because they don't believe, because of the worldly views, they're not, logically, if I sit on the floor and cross my hands, a tornado can still kill me.
It can. It will.
Doesn't that make
and
sense?
It can.
In your eyes, like, if there's a tornado coming out, if you got on your knees and crossed your hands, do you think you just die anyways?
Yeah, I'll
Or do you
die.
think because if you got on your knees and crossed your hands, you wouldn't die?
I would die.
Right.
There you go. See,
And
that's the
that's what we're
difference.
saying. Most
He's
people don't have that true faith to actually sit on their knees and pray and actually trust God, knowing that He will save them. Because they freak out. They're in a panic state and they don't have the faith. And so without the faith, it's not going to work. It's all based on faith. Believing it's going to happen.
Most of people in
Uh-huh.
critical situation,
Mhm.
the first person to cry is actually God. That's a proven. The first thing, Jesus. The first thing, God.
Yeah, but okay.
It's proven.
Okay, well,
But
okay.
it's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that's let me touch on, like he said earlier, that's situational. So like, but you have to analyze like you can't just say, okay, that's everybody's. If based on my situation, that's what happens for everybody. We can't just say that. We have to analyze every situation. So if that's what you're saying, like most people's first instinct is to call on God. Okay, but if let's say hypothetically, right, I call on God and I'm on my critical situation, but then I don't really, my whole life I haven't believed that God really exists, right?
Just in that one
And
moment.
just that one moment I call on God, then I expect Him to come through for me. And if He
Yeah.
doesn't come through for me,
Yeah, I mean,
should I be surprised?
I mean, yeah, because
Why?
Why?
No, it's not even about surprise because in a critical condition, when you call on God, that's what Christians say. When you call on God, yeah, you truly believe in Him at that point because you're in danger.
But that's not how it works.
That's not what the Bible
Listen,
says.
Okay, so guys, personally, I don't want to continue with
It's
this.
getting uncomfortable.
No. It's not even uncomfortable. It's just getting stupid. To me.
No, it's not.
It is. To me.
This is
To you, it is.
It's enjoyable because then
No,
we
no.
get to the
Okay,
viewers
listen,
get to actually
listen.
see
Someone
how we
can-
To
really.
me,
See this
I personally don't want to go back and forth because you can go on forever. To me, it's not. You used to love this type of topic before, but now it's like a waste of time to me.
Because he's afraid.
Okay, I am afraid, but I'm just not. It doesn't intrigue me no more. To me, it's a waste of time. So I say my point, and then I'm just gonna leave it at that. You can continue.
Yeah, but why? Okay, let me ask you a question, Eddie. Why are you unwilling to have discussion? I'm not saying we have to go back and forth,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is, like, when we're having discussions and conversations about topics, right? At least put yourself in the person's shoe to actually try to understand, right? So what I've noticed you do is like, you know what? I've been in this situation way too many times, just going back and forth. But we're not going back and forth at all.
We really are.
No, we're not, because we're trying to
Really
we're
are.
trying to explain something to you so you can see it from a different perspective instead of like looking at it from your own perspective. So it's almost like me going like this, hey Eddie, like I'm seeing that water bottle differently, and you're like, no I don't, and I'm like, hey Eddie, try these on, and then you go, yeah, I bet I see that differently.
It's like we're just explaining our different points of view.
That's
right?
all. That's all.
Alright.
Right. And
So-
so basically, what he was saying is people only believe in God when they're sick or dying.
That's
not how it
yeah,
works.
and that's not how it works, bro.
Okay.
It's not how it
What
works.
if people were only your friend when you had lots of money? Like let's say you were
That's a
broke
good
at one
point.
point, had no friends. All of a sudden,
Mhm.
you get a bunch of money out of nowhere, a new job or something. All of a sudden, everyone's like, "Oh, hey Eddie, remember that time I was your friend? I gave you a ride." Pop up out of nowhere. That's
How would
it
you
is.
feel? How would
People
you
are
feel?
dying
No. I
and
want to
sick,
know. How
and
would
then
you
they call
feel?
God.
How would you feel if only
You know that's like
we were your
I-
friends? If you were. Be
no
honest,
answer
bro.
To that. Like, okay,
You see what I'm
it's
saying?
not about me though.
No.
It's really
like,
not.
we're
I
using-
don't have no answer to that. I'm
We're
sorry.
using an analogy so to explain what we're trying to say. So we're saying
Like, okay,
if you
that's
had
the point.
the point is if you
I think just to help you understand it better.
to help you
To
understand
understand what exactly, I want to know.
So,
the perspective
like I
on
was
what
saying,
you were asking before.
Which is,
You were asking when in critical conditions,
yeah,
and when people or some people, from what you said, some people call on God, but in critical situations, but God doesn't save them, right? That's what you said earlier,
you say why.
yeah. So
right?
This is the why.
that example alone,
Uh-huh.
I'm not God, and I wouldn't know how a godly person or a godly being.
Forget
would
that.
react. I'm just saying, like, if we're gonna take it this way, like, hey, imagine how I feel. I'm not God, so I don't know.
So you-
No.
Me
Like,
as
how
a
would
human,
you feel?
As a
Me
human,
as a human,
as a human,
yeah,
you.
Of course, I'm gonna be like, nah. You only want me for
Exactly.
money.
Yeah.
But I'm not God. God
Go ahead.
created this whole thing.
Mm.
This whole thing. I don't know how it works. Nobody even know how it works. So blah blah blah. So I would know how God feel or your God. Blah, blah. I really would know. I'm not even a parent yet. I would know how I'll feel about my kid.
Regardless.
But I know enough that if you're a parent and a kid always mess up or always ask you money, you're gonna always find a way in your heart to give them or to help your kid. I saw it as a parent.
That's what you're saying.
A parent
Yeah.
will have literally nothing. Will do anything, even the kid is bad or good, whatever. The parent's gonna do anything to help that kid. So I believe personally, if God exists, on your last breath, if you declare, yeah, he's my savior, or that, I truly believe he's not gonna deny you. He's gonna always take you.
That's facts.
That's my point.
Facts.
Yeah, 1 minute left.
Bro, all we did is talk about come on.
Facts.
Like we have so many
We still have
topics.
Facts.
You can do it?
We still got to the
Let's
Eddie.
go ahead and wrap this
Facts.
one up, and then we'll cut it.
Bro,
Got it. Stop it.
All right, hold that thought,
Stop it.
guys.
This is
Hold
what I
that
need.
thought.
So moving on, cause we got a little bit heated. Me and Eddie just went at it. I just, I boxed him once or twice. But no, for real. This is what it's all about. Difference in opinion, difference in perspectives. And that's why we did it. and we're very passionate about, our own beliefs and where we've come from and how we grew up and our own opinions and ideas. And I'm not imposing my beliefs on anybody, not Eddie, not anybody. I am not doing that. But I stand on what I believe until the day I die, and I believe these two also do. And at the end of the day, only time will tell whether who is right. So, and that goes for you guys too. Like whatever your beliefs is, whatever your foundation is, only time will tell whether whatever you're standing on will hold up. And I always try to give it that kind of that perspective of that direction. And see, and basically so you guys can know and understand that, hey, like, geez, like, I'm not here to force you into believing in what I want to believe or force him or him to believe what I want. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to give you, to tell you the reality of how I see things. And if you don't see it that way, if you see it different, that's cool. I respect you. Great, whatever. Put it to the test. Put it out there. Let's test it out. See what you got going on. Because hey, I'll put all my cards on the table. I'll test it out because my life has been proven. And my life is it's been proven to be true. What I've been through, what I've faced, I know that God is real. I know that God exists. I know everything that I've been through. I give all the honor and glory to God. But if you don't believe that, great. I ain't gonna get mad at you. You ain't gonna get mad at me. That's just the way it is. But I just want you all to know that. You want to speak on it a little bit?
Oh, no, I'm good.
No, you good. You said your piece already.
I say each is own. Do whatever makes you happy because the world is yours. That's all I say.
What you gotta say?
You feel me?
I just, it's all about our own, opinions. We're passionate about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're passionate about something, of course, you're going to fight back and forth, right? Something you truly believe in. So it's really just about us telling our perspective, right? Looking through our lens. We hear about other people's perspectives, and as people of faith, we have our perspective based on the Bible. And so we know how we can back up what we say, and so all we can do is question others like, well, I want to know how you came up with that opinion. What makes you say that? And so, they might have their opinion, and then they question us like, what do you mean? How does that make sense? We say, well, the Bible says, and that's just kind of how it starts. We're not trying to argue or force it on anybody.
Sure.
We're just explaining our perspectives in back and forth. We're not saying, oh, you're wrong, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm right.
Yeah, for sure.
We're just telling each other what we believe in.
Yeah.
You can believe that the sky is blue. I can look at it and say, you know what, I think it's turquoise.
Yeah.
We can fight all day about it, but either way, you still see it blue, I still see it turquoise.
Yeah.
Unless you want to overly change your mind, you gotta be open to change.
Yeah. And you can challenge us. You can challenge me. I like when people challenge me. I like it, and I'll tell you why.
That's a good challenge.
I like a challenge.
Yeah.
I can rise up to the challenge, and so I'm passionate about what I believe, and that's why I'm all intense. I'm ready to fight Eddie right now. Nah, I'm not ready for real. Nah, I do hate my boy. Nah, I do love Eddie. No, for real, I do. Eddie, my homie, we go way back in town, and that's why we can be like this.
Just like brothers.
Yeah, just like brothers.
Brothers you love them.
Exactly. So, and we're doing this. We have these passionate conversations because there's a lot going on in the world. Last week, we just had our boy Trey. You probably already seen the episode. That boy going to prison for 15 years. You feel me? 15 years.
They're throwing the book at him.
They're throwing the whole book at him, and so
Book fat too.
when that book big. So if you're in that kind of position, I always think like, imagine being in that position going 15 years. You have kids. You have kids that you're around so much, and then next minute in 6 days you're like, boom, I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm in prison. No family, no nothing. Like I'm behind. Could you put yourself in that position, or even could you put yourself in the position of where, even if it's not this, you're in where they're having a war in Ukraine. where at one point their life was normal, like our.
Whose
It's
phone's
not,
ringing?
I think it's Eddie's.
Yeah, it's my phone.
Yeah.
So.
Can you can you
Um,
stop it from ringing?
It's my sister.
It's gonna sound weird. Anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
You know, from the perspective of like when you look across the world, like we're sat here, we're doing this. People in the Ukraine, they were doing the same thing. They're probably sitting down doing something like this. Next minute, bombs going off.
Yeah.
You know, the whole life changed. Whether you're in Palestine, bombs every single day. You know, wars going on. You know, the prices, inflation's going
It's
up.
going
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like
way too up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I paid for 3 steaks $40. That's insane. Like, you know, just the things that are going on in the world today, like, that's why I believe having these conversations are so important, because we're not having these conversations. People, you know, we're too many people in the world
They're
today
afraid to talk.
to talk
They're
today.
afraid to like actually just have a conversation.
Bro.
Yeah.
In today's world, we live in a generation that is soft. I'm gonna put it out there right now. This generation is soft. I'm telling you, we are soft. We are soft. And when I say we are soft, back in the day, when World War One, Two, Three, people were really going through
There's
it.
no 3.
Sorry, I meant World War One and Two. I meant,
Like,
you know,
what?
World War One and Two. People are going through it. And today, when people disagree, they're out there feeling, oh, I've been hurt.
Oh, my feelings are hurt.
Oh, my
Yeah,
feelings
of
are
course you
hurt.
have feelings. Everyone knows that.
Everybody knows
But
that.
like, it's okay to be uncomfortable.
It
you know?
is.
You don't have to shut down and be like, I don't want to talk.
I don't want to talk to
I'm
you.
angry.
I'm angry at you.
You
I wanna-
offended me.
You have
It's like,
offended me.
I understand you could not agree with something and say, oh, well, that's disrespectful to me. But at the same time, instead of saying, oh, I'm offended and this and that, explain your perspective. Talk about it. Why are you offended?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Why
you know
is
what I mean?
that? Yeah, like
And also, there's people who are like, oh, well, don't talk to this person anymore. They said something I didn't like.
I didn't
And
like.
everyone also, the cancel culture, they're just like, oh, we'll cancel them.
Cancel.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, first of all, let's hold on. Let's hear the full story.
Let's hear the
Let's get some
full
context,
story. Let's
review
get
them, Let's see what
yeah.
they say. You know what I mean? And if they really are a horrible person and everyone can kind of agree, then okay, sure, cancel them. But like, people could say one thing and maybe, I mean, people are not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Somebody can
That's
say
true.
something that might be controversial, and instead of having a conversation, people just say, "Oh, I don't like them anymore. Let's
Yeah.
not talk to them. Don't listen to their music. Don't watch their movies." Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, come on, they're human.
Yeah.
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 And-
I've messed up many times in my life.
Oh,
Doesn't
plenty
mean
of
you have to-
times. Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean? Don't persecute me just because I said a lie one time.
Mhm.
No one's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
instead of, look at the person in the mirror before you feel the first step.
Bro, that's true.
You know what I
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
That's
It
very
goes.
true.
It goes both ways.
Both ways. Go ahead, Eddie.
Yeah.
You wanted to say.
I mean, the words cancel to me, it just sounds so wrong.
Right.
Like, how can you cancel a human being?
How do you cancel something?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you kind like? I
You
don't
know,
know.
like,
Yeah.
how,
Yeah.
how do you like? Are you basically saying like, what you're dead to? Or
Mhm.
Like they're
like,
not valid anymore.
yeah, like you know.
That person.
Yeah. So I mean, personally, certain people I understand why they get canceled. Like,
Yeah,
very
that's- yeah,
horrible.
yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
all
If
the
they're a murderer, I can see that.
the
I agree
murderer,
with that.
the rapist,
Yeah.
the racist, especially them. But we just need to maybe face that problem better.
Have conversation.
Yeah, have a open-minded conversation, because you know everybody have different perspective, different background. I wouldn't expect like a person who grew up in a farm who haven't really experienced anything to, and if you bring him in the real world, you see how you know how shock is, or he just can't understand how certain people live, how you know two races can be mixed together, but or to them it's the first time even saying that, you know. So some people just need a little bit more of conversation. Don't judge them right away because you don't know the background, you know.
Yeah.
So
And yeah,
Exactly.
typically,
I agree with that.
yeah, like the reason why I think a lot of things like happen that way, where people, because people fear what they don't understand.
Exactly.
So when you see, let's say I see, for the first time I'm seeing a mixed race, family or whatever, and I don't understand that, people are like, whoa, I've never seen that before. And so the first instinct usually is to like, whoa, because I don't understand that. Like,
to not like it.
I judge you. I don't like it. And and the thing is, like, that's to a certain extent, that's in all of us. That's what
Yeah,
I
of
believe.
course.
That's in all of
Yeah.
us. Like, we usually typically fear what we don't understand,
course,
and we usually react. And that comes with self-control. You understand? That comes with harnessing and controlling your own being. And the thing is, like, I mean, this is where, like, I was reading the other day about the guy who's going to jail for what?
This guy.
This guy,
What was
right?
it? What did we say? 240
Through
years.
240 years, he's going to. That's like 6 life sentences he got for literally, like,
This guy.
getting his RV in a car and just piling through like 6 people. Actually, it was more than 6 people. I think it was like 68 people.
No way.
68 people he actually hit, but
6 of them
but
died.
6 of them died.
Wow.
And one of them, I was reading on it, and I could be wrong. He was intentionally trying to, I believe, kill his baby mama, or the lady, the woman who said that she was having his baby. And so, just think of that in his situation. He probably didn't want to have kids.
Yeah,
But look at what he resorted to.
that's true.
To stop him from having kids, because he didn't want to he resorted to hurting 68 people
He had extreme.
That boy had to
extreme
die
action.
6 times for him to be.
for him to be released.
Like what you're saying is he's having an extreme reaction, or he's taking a huge action upon something that he doesn't like. He's not familiar with.
Exactly.
Like, so many people see things that they don't know and they're afraid of it. People are scared of change naturally.
Mm.
And when they don't
That's
want change
true.
to happen,
Initially,
they can either be open-minded or
Mhm.
closed-minded. You have to be willing to change.
to change. Yeah.
And so you see people who are closed-minded, they're always angry and they're always fighting back and saying, oh, I don't like that person, or
Mhm.
I don't agree with this and I hate this. It's like, yeah, but you gotta understand the root of it. Take a second, learn about it,
Mhm.
and then form an opinion. Instead of just pointing your finger and saying, I don't like
I
that.
don't like that. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
you don't have to run over 68 people.
Yeah.
Whatever you said.
For
That's
sure.
a huge, I mean, that's terrible. But like, what we're saying is his action was extreme because of an unfamiliar situation
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
he didn't want to be in.
Poor decision, and I mean,
poor
that's
decision making.
literally that what it boils down to, is like decision making in our lives each day. Like, you can either make good decisions or you can make poor decisions. And a lot of the time, from my experiences in life, which I've also made a lot of poor decisions, but I'm glad that my poor decisions have not been consequential to the point where I've gone to jail, or luckily I was able to flip the switch, or I guess the Lord helped me to kind of flip the switch, and now I'm here. But a lot of people make just poor decision after poor decision after poor decision, and then they get in situations where they're like, how did I even get here?
Yeah.
You understand? And it even goes back to not even poor decision. Even when when we had Trey here, he was talking about when he was younger, at a certain age, he was he didn't have the protection of his mom. He didn't have the guidance of his stepdad. And like, he had so many traumas that that basically shaped and made, basically pushed him to make those poor decisions.
Yeah.
But then when he reflected back, he said, well, at some point, like, I realized that I'm a grown up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, like, I can actually fix those poor decisions. But to him, it was already too late. You understand? Most of us, we only start to realize, oh, snap, I need to start making good decisions when things get worse.
It
Yeah,
takes,
it's natural human instinct,
I mean, yeah, true, to a certain extent.
what you're saying is it takes a lot like a
To realize.
huge thing to happen in
To
their life.
happen.
For them to almost wake up
Wake
and realize,
up.
like,
Yeah.
wow, I gotta.
Yeah.
This is a result of my actions. I gotta
Yeah.
do something different.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
takes a lot sometimes.
Oh, bro, like
Not just a slap in the face.
no,
Like
no,
their face
bro.
has to come off.
Bro, your face has to come off.
And then they realize, oh my gosh, my face is gone. I should do something.
No,
different.
you're right, bro. You're right.
Like,
I mean,
it sounds crazy, but that's how it almost
No,
seems. So much has to happen for them
Yeah.
to realize, oh, this is because of me.
yeah, and you have to take responsibility and accountability of your own life.
Weird.
Because for me,
Weird.
my turning point when I was homeless, I ain't gonna lie, like that was when I was homeless and I was walking those streets. I knew that it was nobody's fault but my own. You understand what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, bro. I knew that it was nobody. I could, yeah. Like you could always say, oh, you know, maybe your parents didn't take you in, or maybe this didn't happen, or your family didn't surround you. You can say all of that, but at the end of the day, like I'm 27 now. Or back then I was like 25, bro. Like at 25 years old, like if I'm not making good decisions, I can't be going, oh yeah, it was my parents. Oh yeah, it was my siblings. Oh yeah, it was my uncle.
You can't be pointing
You
fingers.
can't just be pointing fingers, bro.
Yeah.
Like you too grown for that. Like I'm
Yeah.
25 years old. Like if I could have asked for help and I should have asked for help, be like, yo, I need help. You know, hey, I need this, but I chose not to. So because of my poor decisions, that's where it led me. And then, go ahead. Oh,
But I have an opinion about that.
go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, I feel like it depends to people,
Mm.
to a certain individual, because some people get abused early on, but they never recover. You know, the whole life.
Yeah, effects of it
It's
last.
literally they don't recover. You know, and you'll see like they'll go easily to depression, like they'll gain weight,
Yeah.
or like something, or they just won't value themselves.
Mm.
And if they don't find somebody who is there to remind them who they were before that incident happened, yes, some might drift away for forever until they die. They just be depressed and never recover.
Mhm.
So I understand what you're saying. You know, some people it's their fault. You be like, you were strong enough to shake it off and be like, I can stand up on my own 2 feet. But some people don't have that strong mindset of shaking it off, and then you be like, you know what, I can do this thing on my own. I know I'm being abused. I know I've been to this, but I can do this on my own. But some people just can't. They
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
no matter what you try,
Right.
it you know.
Yeah. No. So to me, I have to disagree.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I have to disagree, because when I was going through all that, like I wasn't strong enough to go through all of that. Hence the reason why like I was in the position I was in. Like it's not that I had the strength to get it, you know, to get where I am. When I look back, I'm still dealing with traumas that you know, from people that hurt me. You understand? I'm still dealing with a lot of the traumas, and I'm still going to deal with a lot of the traumas going forward. And I know that. And the thing is, being aware of those traumas is also important. And I have the option to go, okay, I'm still dealing with it, but what am I doing about it? So it's not even about strength, bro. It's not even about, okay, I've got the strength to get over this. No, it's just about being aware and going, you know what? I am dealing with this. What am I going to do about it? Most people don't want to do anything about it.
But do you know it takes certain strength to certain people to be aware of what's going on to them. It takes certain effort to look at yourself and be like, I don't want to be like this anymore. Or what am I gonna do about this?
Like sometimes it takes a slap in the face.
Yeah, it
to
takes,
wake up and realize, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
what do
need
you-
to
where
do
was
something.
I?
Like-
Yeah.
What do you mean? To look at myself in the mirror and say it's your fault?
Well, not everyone has the strength to realize that
Like-
they are suffering and,
Yeah.
and they need to change because they're so broken and weak that they're just like, they give up almost.
And
You know?
some people find comfort in that weakness. They find comfort. They will not take care of themselves. They'll just give up.
Right.
And
But
then certain
it's their
kids
reason.
certain
Yeah.
kids get affected. Like you'll see parents,
Mhm.
some happen to them, or the husband cheated, left, or divorced, got all the money. some mom or some dad cannot recover.
Right.
And if
It affects
it
them.
affect kid. But
Right,
when
yeah.
you see how it affect kid, you see how the kid's life is, you understand, oh, it was because of this. So some people can't recover, but some can. But I know you disagree. So
Yeah, because it's this. That's why I always say it's a choice. Because yeah, I can choose to either have pity of my, have self pity and go, you know what? Yeah, my situation sucks. It really does. You know what? I can choose to be like, yeah, I'm gonna feel sorry for myself, and just stay here. Or I can choose to go, you know what? I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna do so all I'm saying is no matter the situation, no matter who you are and where you are in your darkest times, you always have a choice. And the alternative choice might be difficult, you might not even it might even look impossible, but the choice is still there. So because most of the times I've been in the darkest in the darkest point where inside where I felt sorry for myself and it's like I can't do this, I don't want to be here, I want to die, I want to kill myself. I've been there where I've had suicidal thoughts and I didn't want to live no longer. But I had to make a choice. I had to be like, do I want to continue this? Some people, you're right. Some people are like, I don't want to be here no more,
Just give up.
and just give up. And those people, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, oh, look at them, they killed. No. All I'm saying is there was a way out, and that comes down to not just the individual, but us too. So like, if you're going through it, right, and like. But I don't notice the difference that you're going through it, and I don't check in on you. Yo, Eddie, how you doing, bro? How you doing?
Yeah.
I've been noticing you're a little different. You're going through this. You know, I can see like the patterns of you because I know how you operate, right? If I don't notice that, and then you go ahead and you know kill yourself, right? Part of me that's on me because I'm so focused on myself that I failed to check on my friend.
Yeah.
But the bigger responsibility lies on you, bro. Not on me. It's on you. Because at the end of the day, it's your life, not my life. So for me to blame you because of the decisions I made in my life, bro, that's wrong, bro. That's wrong in so many categories. That's how I see it. You understand what I'm saying?
okay.
And you can disagree or not, but I always put it in the individual, myself included. I always put the burden on me in a sense of like the choice is mine because as individual nobody can live my life for me. I cannot live your life. You cannot live my life. God gave you your life and gave you my life. Now can I influence you? Can you influence me? Yes. Can I help you to make better decisions? Can you help me to make better decisions? Yes. Can I guide you? Yes. But I cannot motivate you.
Okay.
Do you understand do you get what I'm saying?
The change starts with you.
Change
No matter
starts
what
with
you've
you.
gone through, no matter what your situation is, your background, your traumas, or anything, change starts with you.
It starts with you, bro.
You can point your fingers and you can blame your past all you want, and in some ways, yeah, I could say, yeah, that's a good reason. You know, it's a good reason you're out where you are today. You know, maybe you had a bad past, maybe you were abused and things. But at a certain point, you have to realize change starts with you.
Starts with you.
You can't control what other people do or what
Yeah.
they've done to you, but change starts with you.
And I'm the prime example of that.
Yeah.
I am the so that's why when if people sit here and they have these conversations, there is nothing that you can tell me that opposite to it because I'm not saying I've been through this or whatever. No, but because I've been on the flip side to it. So if I've been on the flip side to it and I can make it and I can get out there and see the light at the end of the tunnel, so can anybody else. Cause I ain't all that smart, bro. I ain't God's gift. I ain't all that. I ain't popping like that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? My weakness is all out there for everybody can see. My strengths are all out there. Most of the people in high school knew me. I was the idiot in school. I was retarded. Like
clown.
I was the clown. You understand what I'm saying? Like I could hardly spell. I could hardly read. Like I was the biggest idiot. There were people that I grew up with that were way more talented, way more smarter, way more hardworking. In every category, they were better than me. But yet today, I'm sitting here living my dream, living my life. Whereas they looking at me, they're like, "Well, Claudio, I wish I was doing what you were doing, bro." Like, you see what I'm saying?
Change starts with you.
Because the change started. I
You made the
realized
change.
I made the change in myself. So that's all I'm saying is the change starts with you. And I'm not a believer in pointing fingers at people. You will not sit here and convince me that you're gonna point fingers and blame this and blame that circumstances. You will not do that with me. That's what I think, and that's what I believe. So anything else, I don't want to hear it. No, I'm just playing. I will listen. Don't. Any out there ready to go crazy? No. No, for real. Yeah, no, I'm always willing to listen. I'm always willing to listen to people. I'm always willing to hear your perspective, and you know this. I listen, bro. I listen to you, bro. I do, and I listen to you. You understand what I'm saying? I do. I listen to people. I really do, and I try to put myself in other people's shoes.
Yeah. I mean, we are open-minded.
Yeah, for sure. You understand? If you got something that I don't have, yeah, please talk to me, and I will listen. But if you don't have the things to back it up, then to me it's just your thoughts and your ideas and your opinion, and that's completely fine. Like you can have your own subjective opinions and facts and stuff like that in the world. You really can, but you're not gonna go out there and convince me to do what you want me to do just because to feel better. Nah. Today, the world today is we're gonna feel better. Let's all feel better and let's all be happy and sing kumbaya. And if I don't feel better that Eddie did this, didn't do this for me, then I'm gonna be mad at him. Nah. You tripping. We ain't gonna do that. Let's get the truth out. Let's talk about it. Sit down, talk about like grown adults that we are.
Yeah.
Amen.
You feel me? That's how I see it. So,
right. So that's pretty good.
This is the podcast right here. Hey, that's what we do.
This is a good one.
Meaningful. That's what we do. Meaningful.
This wasn't your favorite. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh no, I loved it. I loved it, guys.
All right, guys.
This was interesting.
Yeah. So. Yeah, this is the I Am. How long we got, boy?
We got
2 minutes. This is the I Am podcast, and this is what we're here to do. We're here to talk about difficult conversations. We're here to dish out ideas and different perspective, mentality, please challenge us or challenge. If you have a personal vendetta against me, please come at me.
Leave your comments, guys.
Yeah, leave your comments.
Comments. Tell us what you think.
Tell us what you think. What's your perspective. But actually, one thing I do want to address also is if you do have some comments like to say, you guys probably need to do this better, do this better, guys. We're like in the first few episodes. We're still like we're in our humble beginnings, right? So. Be patient with those guys. We're still trying to figure some stuff out. We're still trying to get better as we go along.
Still learning.
Yeah, we're still learning. I would understand if we were like in our 50th episode, we have all the equipment that we need and we had all of this, and then you said, yo, you need to get better at this. Then I would respect that and be like, you know what, you're right. Let's
Y'all
do
need
it.
to get haircuts. Like, okay, go away, Jimmy.
Yeah. But right now, we're still young guys. Please be patient with us. This is raw. This is exciting. This is crazy, chaotic. This is what we're here to do. Yeah. Authentic. That's what we're here to do.
And plus, we'll take any feedback. Just leave your comments.
Yeah.
And wherever you think we need to improve, just write it down in the comments and just leave it there. We will take it in consideration.
Yeah.
And then slowly we will improve.
We'll improve for sure.
At some point, but. Please, guys, leave your comments. Is when we know what you guys thinking and what you guys thinking of this.
It's time.
So share, like,
subscribe.
1, 2, 3, cut.
There you go.